Episode 2, pulling the trans. She's out of there. Automatic 8 HP is out. The TR6060 is just a little longer. There's a decent amount of room. Don't think we're gonna need to manipulate the transmission tunnel. Hello, I'm Jensen. What's going on, guys? So we are back here for episode 3 at City Performance with my guy Cisco. And as you can see, we have the Tremec TR6060 that we are going to be putting in this thing today. But first, we are going to be putting in Mantic triple disc clutch with aluminum flywheel. Came with everything needed to install it. Brand new hardware, super in-depth instructions, clutch alignment tool, everything that we'll be needing to turn this thing to a manual. How you feeling, Cisco?
I'm feeling good. We're gonna get it done today. Not the car.
Not fully done.
Not fully done.
But
we're just gonna install the transmission today, and then
yeah, we're doing clutch, obviously flywheel, bell housing, and then putting in the trans, making sure everything fits in the transmission tunnel and all that. Mainly focusing on the triple disc clutch and the 6-speed today. And here is the engine harness, and it actually has a new starter in it, but it's a little rusty, so I think we're gonna keep mine on there. But here is the engine harness. The only difference I can see in the Charger's harness is this giant prong plug that went into the automatic transmission.
no, that doesn't have it on this.
But so far, the only difference that I see in the wiring harness is this plug that goes to the trans. Other than that, they look very, very similar. So there is 2 plugs. Okay, so this will go into this plug up top. Figuring out this wiring harness. So there's a lot more plugs in this thing than we thought. There's 3 plugs, one that goes here, one that goes here, and then
This one goes there.
the back one that goes right there. Looking at it now, this is a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Like, for the most part, it's plug and play stuff. We're still gonna have to figure out lights on the dash, and if that pops up. Yeah, like I was really nervous about doing this, but it's coming together really, really fast, and it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. We're looking at these lines too, right? These lines went to the automatic trans because it has a transmission cooler. This transmission does not. So we're gonna have to figure out what to do with these lines. Did a little bit of research. The manual Challengers do not have return lines. So we're gonna have to delete these and then have color fittings come out and plug wherever these lines go. So we're gonna try to fish these out. We're gonna have to replace those clamps that I showed you guys in episode 2 that are leaking, pull the harness. We're learning as we go. This is a trial and error type thing. Not many people in the world have done this yet, so we're learning, you know. Just undid the entire wiring harness in the back. Now we're about to lower it, get to the top. We have to start with getting this injector harness off and working our way back from there.
My boy doing it with the tea in his hand.
Gotta stay hydrated, man. It's hot.
What are we doing?
Waiting on you to get your side done.
I'm done.
No, you're not.
I'm done. This is done.
Yeah. He even decided with the fuse box and everything that has more
Hell
shit.
yeah, I'm smart.
Fucking nerd. He thought that was hella funny, dude.
Bro, because I just, that's why, what do you think I stayed on this side? I was like, hey, nah.
We're getting this entire harness out. Got most of it gone, as you can see. But there's this last plug that goes right into the engine block.
Dude's the temperature sensor.
So that's the last damn plug, and then we're pulling out the entire engine harness. Finally. Pain in the ass. We're trying to get this engine harness out. The last plug, I think it's the engine temperature sensor. This green plug right here is in between the alternator and what is that down there, the water pump? Whatever it is, I don't even really care right now. It's right next to and under the alternator.
We're just trying to finish this.
And in a spot where you cannot get it off because you have to pinch it. It's a clip. You have to pinch it and then pull it off. It's in a spot that is not reachable. So we're gonna have to pull off the entire alternator to get to this one plug. So if you're thinking about doing a 6-speed swap and you have to put this harness in, think about that. You're gonna have to pull the alternator for one fucking plug. So now that we have the supercharger belt off, we can see if this has any play in it. Oh, no, it does. So I'm pretty sure it's the snout bearings that were making that noise. At some point in here, we're gonna have to pull the snout off and order this little kit that upgrades to, I think they're little ceramic bushings. At some point, we're gonna have to do that, but let's get this damn alternator off. Finally got this damn plug out. Pain in the ass. Now we're about to pull the entire engine harness out. Finally. It's been probably 3 hours alone on this harness.
2 hours.
2 hours at least. Now we gotta put the Challenger one in, but hopefully it'll be a little smoother going in. Pause.
Yeah, this one. You see it? I'm moving it.
Got the engine harness out, obviously. Now we're trying to figure out the computer situation, because I have the computer from the Challenger, and then I have the unlocked computer that was in this car that's tuned and everything. So we're trying to figure out if I have to use the Challenger one because it's the manual transmission, or if we can just still use the tuned ECU. Yeah, we're kind of at a dilemma right now. I'm trying to call Josh at Overkill. He's not picking up. We might just need to use the tuned one, and then if it's having issues and shit, just swap it to this and then have to get that tuned.
Yeah, because I know the TCM transmission control module is inside on the valve.
Yeah, it's in the transmission itself. So hopefully we could just use the tuned one and not have to send this out, get it unlocked and tuned, and have to go through everything again. Finally got the engine harness in this damn car. It's been a long 5 hours.
Fuck yeah.
It's been a long ass time. We're plugging all the plugs that we need to get in right here, and then we could finally get to the clutch and then get the transmission in.
Everything seems plug and play.
Yeah, for the most part.
From now on, everything's plug and play.
It really just took a long time to get the harness out because there's a plug by the alternator that took us literally 2 hours to get to one single plug. So now we just got to plug everything back in, which is super simple because we just did it, you know, we know where everything goes.
But this is the thing, they did not remove the supercharger. A lot of people, that's what they do. They remove everything. They just put in the block.
To get to all the stuff where the wiring harness leads. Like if you come here and look up, the wiring harness goes behind the entire motor, goes to the trans and the O2 sensors and stuff. But you have to go from the top left side of the motor down around into the transmission tunnel and then back up the other side of the motor. It's a pain in the ass, but we finally got it done. Let's throw those little plugs in and then we can get started. We can get started with the clutch and trans. So right here it looks like there's been a rat or some shit that chewed through the wire. So right there, right here.
You got it?
We've been working on this damn thing all day, trying to get this harness right. Finally got the harness plugged in and kind of where it's supposed to. We're gonna have to fix a couple of those injector harness wires in the morning because it looks like a rat or something chewed it a little bit, not hella much, enough for us to have to fix it. Looking at everything that came in the clutch, looks like we're gonna have to order a pilot bearing. We'll be able to get a pilot bearing by tomorrow. I'll have to bring the manual master cylinder for the clutch, and we'll have to have color fittings come out and maybe do a line to go to that cylinder in there. We got some stuff to do tomorrow, so I think we're gonna call it a night. We did a lot of work today. Even if it doesn't really seem like it in the video, we were working our asses off on this thing, trying to get it done. Engine harness is swapped, so we're looking good.
We're looking good so far.
We're getting it done.
Second day, third day.
This is episode 3.
Episode 3, but actually like the second day we actually working on
this. Real shit. We'll get that pilot bearing. We'll have color fittings come out, figure that out. We'll go from there. So I'll catch you guys in the morning. Deuces.